Since this channel is called Channel Peace with Me, I want to relate, that whole thing about network marketing to peace. So I have other acronyms for peace. I have a main acronym for peace. I wrote this one for network marketing and for why it has something to do with peace, even though it's business. So when it comes to the concept of peace, I would argue that as long as you're progressing, you're at peace. So say you're in a situation that you don't particularly like, but if you're progressing out of it, or if you're doing something to get out of it, then I think you will definitely have a sense of peace, even though at the moment the situation isn't quote unquote peaceful. So like the phrase, we're making progress. We're making progress has a very peaceful, calming feeling about it. So again, evolution is not something that just boom happens overnight, so it's an evolving of something. And I know a lot of people, again, I don't want to make political statements necessarily on this channel because I'm trying to keep it peaceful, but people who are fighting to have progression in the world, progression and evolution and progress is the total opposite of forcing somebody to be and do and think the way you are. So evolution, so progress or progression, or just the concept of the word in general, is something that happens over time. It's not something that's forced. So if you want progress in this world, or you think you're progressive, or you want things to move along, it's not something that you force. It's something that evolves. So peace is technically, I think, has a connotation at least of being an evolutionary thing. So something that just happens naturally as a progress or as an evolution. The reason that I could relate peace to almost anything in life, but certainly network marketing, is because what you do for a living, how you make money, what you do in the world, how you project yourself in the world, what you can bring to other people, how you can help other people, and help is another acronym that I'll do soon. But all of that is usually achieved on a complete experience. So as a whole and as a person, since what you do for a living and how you make money is a big part of who you are, so I truly believe that peace, first of all, is a progression and an evolution, but it's really just achieved if you're a complete expression of yourself. It's not taking just one section of yourself and at home being a peaceful person and being a nice person at home, and then going to work and not being peaceful, not being happy, although peace and happiness, two different things. I'll get into that in another video on a different day, but it has to do with network marketing. The point being is that who you are and what you do for a business has an extreme, I believe, effect on your peace in life. And in general in life, I have learned that peace should be your only goal. And when I first heard that statement, I thought that guy was nuts, off the rocker, crazy. That absolutely not. Peace can't be your only goal. You have to know how you want to make a living, how much money you want to make, where you want to live, what kind of lifestyle you like, whether you want a jet or a yacht or just a nice car or, a bicycle. Whatever it is, you have to have a goal in life. And I've learned after a lot of things happened in my life that the ultimate goal in life really is just peace. Because ultimately, sometimes when you're thinking, you don't know whether something that comes into your life is going to be peaceful or not. Whether having money is going to bring peace into your life. Whether having money or a certain lifestyle is going to be best for your soul evolution. So I truly believe for myself that if I was wealthy in my 20s, 30s, and 40s, I would be a totally different person. I would have made, not mistakes, but I would have married the wrong people, done the wrong things, had the wrong outlook on life, not lived my core mission, certainly wouldn't be writing my book, Peace with Me. So sometimes being wealthy in a particular moment in time is not the right thing. So not really sure how I want to end this video other than if I would say anything from my heart, it's take the time to understand. I wrote on mine, but this little chart, and I will help anyone try to understand this chart for themselves, to see if it's best for you, to see if right now in time attempting it will bring you peace. Please subscribe to my channel even if you're not interested in network marketing, because on Tuesdays, so Mondays is Making Sense of MLM Mondays. Tuesdays is Talk to Me Tuesdays, where I'm going to try to interview people and really get down and dirty and talk to them face to face about whatever issue or whatever comment or whatever acronym or whatever comes up in life for them. Wednesdays is Wait a Minute Wednesdays, and that's just wait a second. Take the time to stop. We know what you believe, we know what you think, we know how you've been living. Let's look at it from another point of view. If that other point of view works for you, great. If it doesn't, go back to the way you're living. But Wait a Minute Wednesdays is really about taking the time to maybe open up your mind to a different idea, because if you don't have a different idea, you're not going to have a different life. Thursdays, I don't know what I'm going to make Thursdays. I sure have it written down somewhere. Thursdays, 2 minute, no. And then Fridays is going to be Fun Friday. And my acronym for fun, I usually never remember them. Thank God I write them down. But fun is usually finally understanding your, fun, F-U-N, finally understanding now. So finally understanding why things are the way they are right now for you. A lot of people around me have always loved to go out and drink and party and all that stuff. And I never really found that too much fun. What I've always found to be fun is, oh, I understand, that joy and whatever, of understanding something, which is very different from learning something, very different being taught something, very different from already knowing something. It's really understanding, like, oh, I understand now. That's hopefully what Fridays are. Saturdays will be, I don't know, maybe slapstick Saturday to make things fun. I don't know what I'm going to make Saturdays. But somebody gave me a great tip for Sundays. It's going to be I wanted it to be serious sermon Sundays. So my friend made a joke and saying, you should call it self-serving Sundays. And I thought to myself, that's great. So it's going to be serious sermon, self-serving Sundays. Because the bottom line is if you don't serve yourself first and foremost, I'm not exactly sure what you're going to project into life. So, for example, I don't like to hit people. I think I've hit one person in my whole life, and I really feel badly about it when I was a kid, whatever. All right, so maybe 2 people. I threw one person up against the fence, but the other one I hit. And I really felt badly about it, so I really never hit anybody again that I can recall. But anyway, the point being is I don't hit people because I don't want them to get hurt. Because usually when you want to hit somebody, you want to hurt them. But you don't hit them because you don't want to be the type of person who hits people. So this self-serving Sundays is really about really serving yourself and becoming and being who you want to be, not because of anybody else but yourself. And I think if the whole world lived like that, you would see we'd have peace in this world. Like I say, or I started to write in my book, the only way we are going to achieve world peace is if each individual person works on themselves and achieves peace with me, or peace with themselves. That is the only way that world peace will happen. And number one. And number two, just imagine this. If you don't believe me, that's fine. But think of it this way. If the whole world is at peace and you're not, what does it matter? Your experience is unpeaceful. You're not going to experience what the world is experiencing if they're all at peace. And vice versa. If the whole world is not at peace, but you're at peace, you know what? Quite frankly, it really doesn't matter if the world is at peace. You're at peace. So I'm a huge believer in take care of yourself, deal with yourself, take a look at yourself. I'll give you my PEACE acronym basically, and then we'll get into it deeper in another place. But it's personal evaluation, acceptance of your choices, and you'll evolve. And the bottom line, what that means is personal evaluation. Anytime something is happening in your life that you don't like, it could be someone else's fault. You could sit there, it's that person's fault. They did this to me. They shouldn't have done that. That's maybe right. You may be right, and that may be true. But that's not going to bring you peace. What's going to bring you peace is saying to yourself, if you, first of all, some people believe that they do bring into their world exactly what they choose. So if you're in if that level of awareness, great, then this is very easy for you. When something comes into your life, you evaluate what it means to you, and if you just live your life thinking that way, you'll eventually get it and you'll evolve. If you don't believe that everything is a choice, then you could change the acronym to personal evaluation, acceptance of your circumstances, and you'll evolve. So anytime anything is happening in your life, accept that that's your circumstance and try to figure out why you're in that circumstance. What is it helping to bring to you? What is it doing for you? And then eventually you'll evolve when you figure it out. If you're not at that place where you don't necessarily believe things are a choice, fine. But if you don't think you're having a specific circumstance that's clearly happening, then I don't know where we should go from there. Maybe this book's not for you. Okay. Thank you. Please subscribe. Press the little bell on the bottom. It's cute. I get an alert on my phone now that I do that. If I want to watch the video, I do. If I don't want to watch the video, I don't. So try it out for a few weeks. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see you soon.